So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
Hey YouTube, this is Joe from Z4 Games, and I'm bringing to you guys an update to Code Talkers, because Code Talker got its pretty much the last card it needed from old cards that got announced and revealed and released for OCG in the forms of Code Talker Inverted. It's finally got this card, so we've got all the pieces we need, and we're now just waiting for the upcoming Link 4 Access Code Talker, which then pretty much I can take out Dark Fluid because Access Code Talker would be the main goal of the deck, and go second it will go. So can't wait for that card, but I'm going to share with you guys the build that I'm currently have, and not only is this a workable build, not only is this does what it does, but it's also on a budget. Like, ignoring the Lady Debug's price that's probably gone up last I checked, and Dark Fluid, though Dark Fluid is pretty cheap to be honest, for what it is. You don't even need to play it. So ignoring those, this is a very budget build in the sense that it doesn't play mining. And I'm not just not playing mining because it's in my Ignister deck, I come to swap them over, but you don't actually need it. The deck has a lot of extenders, this deck has a lot of plays, and a lot of ways to start off its plays. So, like, also, minus the few cards that you have in here, you don't actually need mining. Like, that's the least thing that you need, and that's probably the most expensive thing that you need. So, starting off with 3 copies of Lady Debug. I can't believe I'm actually saying 3 copies of Lady Debug again. So, she's finally off the ban list. I haven't done a profile on this deck since her ban list date, release. So, yep, finally off the ban list. So, you play 3 Lady Debugs to search to your main card. Next, we play 3 Balancer Lord. This is probably like one of the best extenders for Cyberverse that we have. Just because you normal summon this, pay 1,000, get additional normal summon. Yeah, it is susceptible to hand trap, and if you do get hand trapped, unless you have the right cards in the hand, it can hurt a lot. But you've got to play it, and you just got to try and hope that it goes off. Probably one of the most expensive cards in the deck is the 3 Microcoders. Like, this is probably the only thing stopping it from being 100% budget. But like, at least you just have to play this and the code spell, Signet Codec, and not both of them and mining. So at least you don't have to play mining. I'll explain why you don't have to play mining later on, but one of the main reasons is because of this. You get to this through your 3 Lady Debugs, and then your whole play just pretty much starts going. This searches your codec, which then starts searching all of your other attribute cards in the deck, your all other attribute extenders, which after just going into a code talker, which is absolutely phenomenal, and Microcoder helps you do that. 1 copy of the Code Radiator. I hope we get the other ones, the Earth ones and the Wind ones soon, just because they're probably some of the best extenders that the Code Talker deck has. But we're playing the 1 Radiator because that's all you really need. Then we're playing the 2 copies of Cyrus Gadgets, like one of the best extenders in the deck, just because you normal summon this, you get a monster back, you make a link 2 or 3, and then this gets you a token. So it's just perfect extenders. We only played 2 of it just because it does need to be normal summoned. So there is that. Next we're playing the 1 Widget Kid. It's kind of like your 4th copy of Balancer Lord, but he also just works when he's normal or special, and then he gets decked special. 1 copy, then we're into a lot of 1-ofs now. It's a 1 copy of Clock Wyverns, gives you a token, helps you extend. 1 copy of Firewall Guardian, recurs itself back, helps you extend. 1 copy of Backup Secretary, special summons herself, helps you extend. You can see where this is going. Link Amplifier helps you extend. Defcon Bird, you search it off your wind, so it helps you extend, as well as Dotscaper for the Earth, helps you extend. 1 copy of Cross Debug. I like playing this card in the deck just because you can search it off the dark. if you've already got the microcoder, and again, just helps you extend. One combosyu archiver searches you off the water, just helps you extend. One combosyu converter search off the light, helps you extend. You can see where the deck goes. One copy of Link Slayer. You can search this off the earth. It doesn't help you extend, but it helps you start. You can summon this off your first turn play, like if you go first and this is in your hand, or if you go second, this is in your hand. Yep, so you can then just a free special summon. Just gives you another body on the board, but you have to do it first. It's the only issue, but that's why I'm playing it. Like the rewards is just outweighs the neg, as well as just being a back row removal. And this isn't just a Code Talker deck. I still play the other summoning mechanics, and the best way to do the synchro mechanic is through the math mechs. You just play this little engine. You can get into not only your synchro plays, but also helps you extend with your link plays as well, just because there are free summons. It just gives you free monsters on the board, and they don't lock you into math mechs. They just lock you into Cyberverse, which is absolutely amazing. And so that's why I'm playing the lore engine there. One multiplication, one sigma, and one Nabla. So you just play that and it helps you go. And to round up the monsters, we are playing the one Cyberverse Magician to start off the spells, the ritual to go with it. I play this. It's not like the Ignissa deck where you play the Firewall Paladin. You play the Magician in this build because you might as well. You can get it off pretty easily. You can summon it pretty easily. Your levels are all over the place, but they all make level 7 and above in forms of 2 resolve, so you can get the summon off very well. The one copy of the Cyberverse Fusion, Signet Fusion to go into your fusion plays. One copy of One Time Passcode helps you extend. It's a very good card. I really like playing it. And the second most expensive card in the deck is the Signet Codec, but you got to play 2 of it. You can get away with. You got to play 3 of it, but you can get away with 2, because you play. As long as you play 3 microcoder, you can drop this down if you want to. But it's just nice to open up with as well. Saves your search for the microcoder for something else that can just help you keep going and keep extending. This deck is just all about extending, all about extenders. So there's that. 2 copies of Signet Optimize, pretty much the spell version of Balancer Lord. Very good card, very nice, I really do like it. And then 1 copy of Signet Backdoor. I'm not saying this is the replacement for mining, but what I'm saying, it is a good extender. It is a good searcher, and it's also a good protection as well. You can search this off the microcoder, and once you've done your whole combo, you can just set this. If they try and threaten one of your monsters, you can play the backdoor to protect it by removing it from the game. Get you a search, and then on your next turn it gets summoned back and it gets to attack directly. So this is a very good game ender as well as protection, but also a good extender and searcher. I really do like it, but I just like it as a one-off. And then we're playing the 1/1 Reborn and World Legacy Succession to run up the spells, and the 1 copy of Signet Conflict for the trap. You know, searchable counter trap that just negates everything and banishes it is very good. I really do like playing it. So there's that. As I said, you don't need mining in the deck. The deck has enough extenders that it has, and you play 3 copies of the most important cards that you have, so chances of stealing them are still pretty high, and that's just all you really need to do. Moving on to the extra deck is 1 copy of Dark Fluid. This is just your big game ender as well as your negation, so you just play the Dark Fluid just because you can summon it. For the Code Talkers, is 1 Transcode, X Code, Shooting Code for the Link 3 Code Talkers, and then we have Code Talker and Code Talker Inverted for the Link 2s. But this gives you all the attributes that you need. You don't need to play Decode, and you don't need to play Power Code. Decode is replaced with Code Talker, and you don't need to play Power Code because you don't have any good fires in the deck to search. There's not really that many. Unless you played the Salamangreat engine as well, then yeah, you can play Power Code to search that. And we don't play Encode because the Code Talker Inverted helps you with that, which I'll read its effects because this is new. It's a link 2 that takes 2 Cyberverse that points left and right, and if this card is linked summon, you can special summon 1 Cyberverse from your hand to a zone this card points to. You can use the effect of Code Talker Inverted once per turn. Nice, simple, but again helps you extend. you get to search a light of your Signet codec, which then lets you special summon that card if you need to and if you want to through the inverted effect. Chain link 1 inverted, chain link 2 Signet codec searches you a light, and then you can summon that light off the inverted. Just helps you extend and helps you make that U board. 1 copy of Cyrus Witch, Wicked, and Spartoy for the rest of the Link 2s, just as helps you go into all of your other summoning mechanics, while also just being good extenders in the forms of Witch, which is a very nice extender for the deck, as it does get you card back when you use its effect. And then for the Link 1s, I'm playing the 1 Talkback Lancer, Link Disciple, and Link Disciple and Link Devotee. Link Devotee is still really good in the deck just because it does give you 2 tokens. Combos very well with the Disciple to draw a card and return a card, and just helps you go and start your plays. Then we're playing 1 each of the other summoning mechanics, which forms of 1 copy of Diplex Chimera, gets you your cards back, and also just being a nice card to go into. 1 copy of the Mathmech Final Sigma, just to help you go for the OTK game that you want to with the Mathmechs, or with being your Synchro Cyrus, and the 1 copy of Cyrus Reminder for the Exceeds one, just because there's not many other mini Exceeds. You could actually replace this with the Fire Dragon, Light Dragon at Ignister, which is actually something I might do. Just because it's just a better excuse to go into. But at the moment, I'm playing the 1 Reminder just because getting level 3s on the board is not too difficult. But that, guys, is the deck. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below what you think of this. I'm not saying that Signet Mining is a bad card. I just really want to emphasize on these things now. I'm not saying Signet Mining is a bad card and not play it. I'm saying if you don't have it, but you have like the game promos, you want to build this deck, you can on a budget. That's like the most budget I can get this deck down to, because you need to play the game promos, I'm afraid. The game promos are very important to the deck, just adds so much consistency to the deck and makes the deck what it is. But mining, in the case of mining, if you have it, yes, play it, go for it, enjoy your searching of Lady Debug like every game. But if you don't have the mining and you're waiting for it to get reprinted as an ultra, but you still want to play this deck, I'm saying that you can. And this build is there for you guys. Obviously, if I were to take the minings out my deck of my Ignisters and put them in this deck, I will. And I'd up boost the consistency a lot more. But for the times where you don't want to do that, or if you can't afford the mining at the moment, here's a build for you that works, plays, and you can have a lot of fun doing with. So, as always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, as always, happy dueling.